usual these days, unfortunately. But we've got things up and running now, and we'll go straight into our usual format for the Mount Desert Race Club. It's been a very active week, and not a lot of results, but some very good ones among them. And we start off with our usual contribution from bookmaker and committee man Wayne Gannon. Wayne's come up with a couple of selections that he thought might perform reasonably well this afternoon. And he started off in race 4 at Doomba today, big meeting at Doomba today, the Tattersalls meeting, huge numbers of runners in Brisbane today. The Tattersalls meeting always attracts a big fields for the day. And Wayne started off in race 4, number 7, Just Orm. Race 4, number 7, he thought might perform reasonably well this afternoon. He then went to race 7, the top weight, number 1, Volkov. Race 7, number 1. He then went to race 9, number 3, Bold Chance. Race 9, number 3. And he switched back to race 6. He liked number 2, Cadogan. Race 6, number 2, Cadogan. That was Wayne's contribution for the morning and for this afternoon's racing. I should mention Wayne had a very good week last week. He had bespoke selections. He had two very good winners and one placing. So good value all round there from Wayne last week. Shane Galinsky, our local trainer, Shane Galinsky, came up with a couple of selections for this afternoon. Unfortunately, one of them was scratched. He went to Ballarat. No racing in Melbourne today, I might add. So the meeting at Ballarat saw Shane come up with a couple of selections, but he's only got one left because Ballarat race 7, number 10, winner. Race 7, number 10 at Ballarat, winner, was Shane's only surviving selection. He had another selection in the latter stage of the program, but that was Chamois Road, trained by Patrick Payne, and was going to be ridden by his little sister Michelle. Would have been a very interesting runner, but unfortunately, just on what we've learned this morning so far, that horse has been scratched this afternoon. It's been a big week of activity and action radiating from the Mount Desert training facilities. And some very good, not a lot of results, but some very good ones among them. And some important revision of race dates I want to mention before we go any further. We've been mentioning dates for the diary in recent weeks and for upcoming events. And unfortunately, the meeting for the schedule for this coming Monday has been cancelled. Racing Queensland has revised the arrangements for the Mount Desert Club in upcoming events, and Monday's meeting is not going to happen, but instead they're putting on the official barrier trials on Monday at the Mount Desert track. That will see approximately 10 barrier trials, very well patronised, from trainers from all around southeast Queensland coming to Mount Desert on Monday for those barrier trials. Quite an interesting morning at the barrier trials, racing conditions, full performances there coming up on Monday in those barrier trials. They're official trials. Stewards take a great interest in them, and they've got all the race day facilities operating, and it will be an interesting morning there on Monday for those barrier trials. But now we've got the next scheduled meeting for Mount Desert coming up on Wednesday, the 12th of December. That's the next meeting for Mount Desert now on these revised dates issued by Racing Queensland. Racing Queensland now has allocated Wednesday, the 12th of December. That's being promoted now by the Gold Coast Turf Club for the Mount Desert Race Club as a Christmas party prelude for the festive season. It should be a great day out, that Wednesday, the 12th of December. So that's the first date for the diary now. And that leads to the special celebratory holiday meeting on Christmas Eve on Monday, the 24th of December. The big meeting being promoted for Christmas Eve. That should be a great day's racing there on that Christmas Eve event. And it should lead very nicely into the festive season. And then the following race day, of course, the first month of the 2019 is on New Year's Day, on Tuesday, the 1st of January. So those are the revised dates that are now applicable to the upcoming meetings at Mount Desert. The results over the past week, there's been 10 meetings around southeast Queensland and and Greg Cornish in the same race ran fourth. A minor prize money check for Greg there with Pemmican the Moon. In the sixth race, the positions were reversed. Charlie Cat ran third for Greg Cornish, and Sunny Victory ran fourth for Darlene Geray. So a little bit of a result coming out of Ipswich there on Wednesday. Thursday saw the meeting at Gatton, and placing continued there. Greg Cornish a third with Rewa Lad, and also Greg picked up a minor prize money check at Gatton with Katarina running fourth. And last night at the Sunshine Coast, things improved dramatically. The Ben Aarons trained Only Ever Annie got into the winner's circle. A very impressive win there by Only Ever Annie for Ben Aarons, ridden by Ron Stewart. And it continued later in the day, later in the evening, the night meeting, with Laurie Richardson. Laurie hasn't been in the winner's circle a lot lately, but great to see Laurie get a result there with all one class. A very good Bay Desert result there for Laurie Richardson because it was ridden by Brooke Ainsworth, and that was a great win, a very impressive ride by Brooke, I might add. And Laurie wasn't there. Laurie and Helen are vacationing in Tasmania at the moment, so I'm hoping they managed to get the opportunity to watch that race on Sky Racing last night, because interestingly, those two winners at the Sunshine Coast last night, and Ben Aarons trained Only Ever Annie, and it won at 20-1, and Laurie Richardson managed to get all one class into the winner's circle at the odds of 40-1, so anybody being loyal to the Bay Desert runners would have got a good result out of that meeting at the Sunshine Coast last night. We usually like to mention a star performance for the week, and it's been very difficult to split them this week because those two wins at the Sunshine Coast last night were very impressive from Ben Evans and Laurie Richardson. But I think the fine-tuned result has to go, as the star for the week has to go to Diane Murphy for that very impressive training performance at the Gold Coast last Saturday, getting her first and a second result. So once again, congratulations to all those trainers, but particularly Diane Murphy for those results at the Gold Coast as our star for the week. Dam and Tattersalls meeting today. We see the runners from Bay Desert patronising a lot of meetings today, but they're not going to them. And the Tattersalls meeting always attracts huge crowds and also big fields. And there's some very good prize money at them. But today there's two $125,000 prize money races and very good programs at massive fields. And no Bay Desert runners taking on the Metropolitan Saturday Company at Dermot today. However, the Gold Coast sees 7 runners heading there. I think there's only 6 now because there's one scratching. But in the first race, Neil Coy has number 6 Duke of Kingsford. Kelvin Hickmont, the traditional patron of the Gold Coast meeting, in race 3 has number 9 the Ponster. In race 5, Ben Aarons had King Luther in that race, but I understand that's already been scratched today and might be running at the Sunshine Coast tomorrow. And he's still continuing at the Gold Coast in the 5th race. Mighty Moose is trained by Ben Aarons, and Oddfellow is trained by Greg Cornish. Now, those two runners are also accepted for Grafton on the Grafton meeting coming up during the week. But jockeys have been posted there for the Gold Coast for those two horses today. So I imagine Ben Aarons is going to run at the Gold Coast with Mighty Moose and also Greg Cornish with Oddfellow. That's all in race 5 at the Gold Coast. Greg Cornish is also in race 8 at the Gold Coast with Rocky Nugget, number 6, and Kelvin Hickmont again in the 9th race at the Gold Coast with Rothford. The other meetings during the week, there was a meeting at Dalby, didn't have any runners up there, but at Gympie today, we see a big meeting at Gympie. It's a 150-year celebration there. That club has a long history. Quite a unique racetrack at Gympie. It's a sand track and a very popular course, a very popular club. They're having a big meeting, a gala dinner, and another very good sponsorship event there at Gympie today. We've got Alan Fisher going up there for the races, you get an automatic ticket in the raffle that they've got up there today for a car. So it would be a nice way to come home from the races with a new car if anybody was going to Gympie today. It's a great promotion and obviously some very good sponsors helping that club along. Tonight at Toowoomba, we've got a themed race meeting up there, ladies' race day, themed champagne and diamonds up there tonight. So the first race is at 4:51. The second and the second travellers to Toowoomba tonight include Tracy Green in the second race with Dancing on Parade, and also we see Wayne Graham taking Pitbull up there for that second race as well. It's only an emergency, and I'm not sure whether Wayne will get a run with Pitbull in that second race at Toowoomba tonight, but Bathurst also has a representative in race 3 with Star Caster. That's the last start winner at Toowoomba, trained now by Paul Dawson. So race 3, number 3, Star Caster at Toowoomba tonight. Continues tomorrow at the Sunshine Coast, where Ben Aarons is taking 3 runners to the Sunshine Coast tomorrow. These will be on Sky Racing, of course, and Macquarie is in race 3, number 5 for Ben Aarons. He's also got King Luther in race 5, number 3. And then provincial summer series heats have started for that series of races leading up to a finale. And Ben Aarons has got few too many in race 6, number 9, participating in that summer provincial series. So those are some of the activities there. It continues then early in the week at Ballina, popular track at Ballina, very well patronised by desert trainers. And Harold Bone is going down there with Red Zabella, the last start winner at Clifton. He'll be going to Ballina tomorrow, on Monday rather, with race 3, number 11, Red Zabella. And Ben Robinson's also in that same race with number 12, Hyperion Lace. In the 6th race at Ballina, Greg Cornish and Ben Robinson had Mighty Moose and Oddfellow, but as I said before, those horses are in the Gold Coast today, and they've had jockeys posted for the Gold Coast. They're obviously more likely to run at the coast this afternoon. There's an upcoming meeting at Ipswich during the week and the Gold Coast, and we've already mentioned those revised race dates with the barrier trials on Monday instead of that meeting, and the Christmas party themed event on Wednesday the 12th of December, and the big social holiday meeting on Christmas Eve, Monday the 24th of December. So a lot of action coming up, and some very good competitive racing there with the desert trainers patronising those meetings. That sums up the desert activity pretty fully. There's no races in Melbourne today. This afternoon's lounge room day at the races, we'll see the racing at Ballarat. The big meeting today is over at Ascot in Perth. That's always a very, very good meeting. The Railway Stakes is $1 million race up there in Perth. And that Cats meeting in Brisbane has very good prize money as well, as I said. And the Perth Railway Stakes is a very historic race, and should be a great afternoon for a lounge room day at the races. And just a special cheerio call to our listeners online. I hope Laurie and Helen Richardson are on that theme this morning after their success last night at the Sunshine Coast and while they're in Tasmania. And cheerio to all our Facebook followers, and that's on facebook.com/Racing Radio Show. A wealth of information put together there by our helpers, and it also covers very fully the upcoming activities of the Bathurst Race Club. So with that, Robert, we'll do our usual sign-off and thank the listeners for having us at their place, and look forward to being able to talk to you again next Saturday morning with hopefully some good results coming out of all that upcoming activity.